think we're good. Alright. We are live. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's the Blue Matrix here. Welcome back to another stream. It's been forever, and today we're going to be doing some chill streaming, but round attempting on Black Ops 2 Zombies Town. And it's been a long time since I've done Zombies videos. It's been like, or let alone a Zombies game. I think it's been like 4 months since I tempered with the Zombies game at all. I want to say it's been forever. And I would like to tap this one again. It's been forever, and I want to try to get back into the habit of doing streams. I want to get back into the habit of doing YouTube. I've spent a lot of time doing basically doing mental health things, and things have been getting a lot better. So I figured, why not go ahead and give this one another shot? And yeah. Without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy this one. If you do, be sure to show some love. Hit the like button down below. Maybe we'll get to 5 likes or something. That'd be greatly appreciated. And if you're at all new to my channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications to become a part of the notification squad. So without further ado, let's see what we can do about this. So it's been a long time, and if you haven't seen my video from 2 days ago, I think it was yesterday, either yesterday or 2 days ago. It's one of the two. I've made a video talking about my absence and why okay, so the box is over there. About my absence and about what I've been going through. And so normally when I say that I've been absent, I just haven't really had any time or anything, which part of that is true, but this case is partially true. But really, I just want to focus on my mental health being. I've been on down in the dumps, and if you haven't seen the video, I'd recommend go check it out. I know it's about 25 minutes long, and most of my rambles will be there. And if you got any questions, just to kind of clear some things up, because I did ramble a lot in the video, feel free to. And if anything, I might make a follow-up video just to kind of overview, or not overview, but basically put down some pointers, because I kind of just basically quick recorded and just kind of like rambled on what was happening, and not really made anything straightforward. It wasn't really, I hadn't had it fully laid out like how I was going to say anything. It's a video that I feel like needed to happen, so that way, well, one, lessons are learned, and two, to understand what's going in the mind of this guy. So, like, it ain't like all jolly fun things like sometimes you see me do. It's sometimes you kind of have to view it as hold on, let me try to refresh chat. I don't know if it's active or not. I don't know if chat is active or not, because sometimes it likes to bug out. I might just have to do this on the YouTube site instead. Might end up having to. I'm just gonna check it out just to be sure. Let's see, just do that. I got this. Let me go ahead and okay, so nothing's active right now, so I'm just gonna leave it right there, and we'll just go by the site instead. We'll go by the site instead, so we'll just do that, because I have no clue whether the app's gonna be like that or not. So yeah, alright, so yeah, we'll just do that. And actually, that's gonna bother the hell out of me. Let me go ahead and click pause on it. There we go. Alright, so yeah, I've been wanting to get back on YouTube. I just hadn't really seen an opportunity or open window to do that. And also, I have attempted going live at one point, but however, with her living here, and well, not anymore, but with her living here and using up the service, because she was going to be doing streaming as well. She streams very often, and no, it's not the type of content you're thinking. She does Twitch streams. She does Grand Theft Auto RP, basically the live server. It was the live server. Now she's on the family server. It was actually pretty neat. I'm not into RP. I really am not. But yeah, she's been streaming, and I didn't really have a good service enough to have it enough for both people. So I upgraded my service, and the upgrade was made before she moved out. And this might be hard to believe. Now, I don't know what services y'all have in your areas, but however, for me, I have a Sparklight. It's a Cable One service for my area. and and I upgraded from a 200 megabit, which is supposed to be the gaming thing. Clearly not. And okay, well, okay, and I upgraded to Giga One, which is basically a capacity of 1 gigabyte per second. And for the most part, it's actually gotten better. It's actually gotten a lot better. But I had to call out from my job so that way I had to come out here and make sure the guy shows up to do the job, and he did. So I was gonna have her do it, but when she moved out, I basically have to be the one doing it myself. And it's no big deal. It's whatever. Things happen, and I'm not gonna go into the details because, of course, it's personal. But let's just say something happened in her family and she had to move out, and so it has nothing to do with me and her. At least I hope not, anyway. And she had to move out to help him out. So now I'm basically left by myself. I didn't even mean for that. Again, it's been a long time since I've been doing zombies, so I'm kind of like phasing out for the most part. Okay, we're going to try and do another box pen. We're going to keep the M1911. If we're going to get to round 50 at all, we got to keep the M1911. We're going to have to keep it for that reason. So, let's see. Let's go to number 2. Come on. We got to get something good. Now, I mean, I guess I could start out with the weapons down there. Well, not anymore because we got something decent. Not anymore because we got something decent, but, I mean, we could start with the weapons down there, but, those are too risk factor for this map. At least from my sake, it's too risky. So, all right. And you also must be wondering why I don't have a webcam. Well, when she moved out and she did her 100 sub special for her Twitch, 100 follower special. She needed a webcam and she did that. When she moved out, she was gonna hand it back because I wasn't sure when I was returning. Like when she was moving out, which was 2 weeks ago, I wasn't sure when I was returning. So I was just like, just go ahead and keep it. I mean, just go ahead and keep it. I mean, she's not a person that likes to view her face on Twitch, but however, she does do so. But however, went ahead and gave it to her. I mean, I'll get a replacement at some point, but if anything, I might just get the same one because it is a good webcam, no doubt. Yeah, if I do, it's no big deal. I mean, I can go okay without it. It's no problem at all. And yeah, it's something that I really have no problem with. And so far, I'm feeling really good. I've been energized. I mean, I'm eating mostly cleanly. Well, screw you. I've been eating mostly cleanly. I stripped myself mostly down on the diet of like cooked chicken breasts with cut up cooked chicken breasts and some rice. Basically, what I do is I take one breast and I cut it up, add a variety of spices like Tony Chacher's, meat tenderizer, cilantro, pepper, and then for the boiling process, I add some garlic salt. And you don't even have to submerge the chicken to anything for it to work. It's actually pretty good after that. Now you got to be careful like how much spice you put into the chicken. You got to be careful with that. But if you put in just enough, then yeah, you got some good chicken there. I mean, I tried it out, and that was basically the rhythm I went with. Now there are other chickens you could try, like chicken thighs, which I was on before that, but I moved away from chicken thighs because of how much fat content it has. I also moved away from drumsticks. Not that I have a problem with bones, not that I have a problem with it. It's just that bones do some of a good portion of it. So I went away with that and just went strictly towards breast. Now the rice, I did white rice. I mean, yeah, you can do brown rice. I actually heard brown rice is actually healthier for you, but I'm in an area where like I don't see brown rice very often, or when I do see it, it's just not enough quantities in the box. So I just went ahead and went with white rice because you can get a bigger amount in there. I mean, white rice is still good enough for you. It still passes through you without much problem. So I mean, I'd stick with that. And there's one more thing, like for dinner, I'm trying to I'm gonna try to dial myself down into keep dinner strictly vegetables. So that way I can have some vegetables in me. For snack, I take one apple. drink throughout the entirety of the day, it'll be like, well, not maybe not entirely, but maybe like the majority of the day, it'll be water. If anything, for like dinner or breakfast or something like that, I'll take like sweet tea. But for the entirety of the day, it's water. And for breakfast, and it's either one of two cereals. I'm either doing some frosted rice, not frosted rice, some like cornflake cereal, or Fruity Pebbles, just depending on my mood. It'll likely be Fruity Pebbles. I know Fruity Pebbles are amongst like the more unhealthy side of things, but on the more unhealthier side of it. But however, it's not. But let's just be honest. I mean, do you really want to stay on the thing the whole time? I mean, I'm already on a tough diet, so I mean, the fact of the matter is that whatever you're eating, you gotta watch the calorie amount, and that's something I'm trying to figure out, is to get the calorie amount down. I also want to go back to the gym at one point, but given financial constrictions, see how next month and the month after plays out. Not this current month, because I did get off budget billing, and by God, it was a pain in the ass to get off. Having to pay an $800 power bill right now because, well, one, because I was on budget billing, and two, I had her in here. So, and I don't even use much of the power anyway. So once I get that caught up, I can get myself straightened up. I can pay it. It's just it's just that the problem is that it's just the will thing. Like, do I really want to do this? So, oh, matter of fact, let me go and pack a punch real quick. We're gonna do that. Okay, we're gonna go for a jug in the next round or two. It's So yeah, I've been getting the appetite under control. The workout thing, I'm still trying to work that out, like how am I going to do it. I also am putting a business plan together because I want to do a franchise of gyms in my future. Because well, one, I mean, I know the love of money is basically the root of all kinds of evil, but however, I don't do it for that. I like to have money and then use it for good purposes. I want to use it for good purposes. Now, I don't grow up like in a modern wealth family. I don't grow up in that. I mean, I grew up like having nothing, basically. I mean, I've lived on the poor side of Anson, Alabama. If you know, I mean, we're talking poor shit. So, I've had things in my life, of course, but my parents had to struggle a lot. My parents have been having to work 2 jobs for a good bit of time until my dad got like a decent sized pay. I think up to like about 2016, 8 years ago, that he had a decent pay, like at a construction job. He worked his tail off to make a good living, and then he opened his company. It eventually did well, and he started to make a decent living off of it. So, yeah. So I've never really had the luxury of having to get a decent life experience in that life because of their success. I've never had that. I did work with them at one point, but of course it never really do much for me. I've always been made salary and that's it. But not that I'm complaining or anything. So okay. Let's do one more. All right. No. All right. Well, we'll go for Jug next. Oh, this is garbage this round. Oh, this is so yeah, I wanted to do my own thing. I remember we was working on doing the trailer park at one point, like a mobile home community. That's what he calls it. I call it trailer park, but because that's basically what it is, a trailer park. But we was talking for a little while, and then he decided that, well, it was something that I agreed to, but however, he decided that he was going to sell it. I was actually going to hand it to him because, well, one, I didn't really have enough time for it, and we couldn't really come eye to eye on certain decisions, and you're basically talking to other people before it comes to me, so I basically have to find out things from other people instead of from you directly, since you're the one making decisions. But yeah, I'm not ranting, or I'm not trying to rant out about it, but I just wanted out of it. I do have a plan for it as well. But for the exact structure there, I mean, that's kind of going out the window. But there is one thing: if it does fall through the way I'm thinking, if it does fall through, that I could throw out everything on my debt, pay all that off, and then save the money so that way I can get a property and get a full emergency fund set up. So I'm basically, but financially, I'm not in the best position at the moment, but I know exactly what I gotta do. So there's progress there. Just knowing what you gotta do. There's progress there. But as far as selling that, sure, that'll set back the rental thing. But however, and there was a point where he wanted me to take over his business at some point. But I'm just like, I appreciate it, but I want to pass on to it. Even though it could have worked out for me, and it probably would have just for organizational reasons. But however, I don't. And this is just a moral thing in my eyes. This is just in my eyes. Everybody else has their own opinions, but this is just me thinking. I don't want to make a living off of something that's off of someone else's success. If you get what I'm saying, I don't want to make my success off of somebody else's product. If you get what I'm saying, so if I want to succeed, I want to do it on my own terms. I want to do it off of my own work instead of someone else's. That's how it is. I mean, to me, it's just a moral thing. I mean, it's not a professional thing, because if it was a professional term, then I would have accepted it. But however, it's just a moral thing. All right, open this up. Get sweet cola, and all right, we can go ahead and get the. Okay, so we got round 10, no problem. Let's go ahead and get double tap real quick. Hurry it up. All right, perked up. And just the fact of the matter is that I just want to do things my own way, and operating a plumbing company is just not my passion. Sure, I'm knowledgeable with plumbing, maybe not in the extent he is, but however, maybe not in the extent he is, but I know enough to just do the job. I know enough to do the job when needing to. So, but yeah, doing jobs like commercial wise, I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not gonna do it. So if I want to do things, I want to do it on my own terms. I want to open up my own gyms, which I've always been a thing for fitness. Even though my fast don't really show that, but I got my own reasons for that, and we'll discuss that in a moment. That's about all I have. I mean, I kind of want to do things my own thing. I want to do what I want to do, and I also want to franchise it as well. I want to build gyms to the point where they can salvage themselves, hire somebody to run it for me, and basically lease that property towards those managers, and they can make their success as long as they're paying their lot rents and complying to services. So that's how I want to do things. That's how I want to do it, and I think. Ooh, okay. Oh, okay. We can do this for a minute. Yeah, we could do that. We can do it. Alright, we'll turn them around here for a little bit. Yeah, this has always been my favorite spot right here. You can train zombies much easier in this spot. I mean, I'm sure you could train them over there too, but I've never really gotten the rhythm on that one. We'll give it a shot this stream. We'll give it a shot this stream, no doubt, but I would like to give this one a shot. Alright. Now, what was the other thing we were talking about? In just a moment. What was that I was saying? Yep. I was in deep thought. Deep thought. There we go. And I shouldn't have hit that. Oh yes, that's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, the fat thing. So yeah, so yeah, I know. I said I was a guy that liked fitness, but yeah, I'm way out of shape. So let me go ahead and explain. 2 years ago, I was injured through my parents' company, and I fell off a ladder, ended up on the side of the concrete. It was so yeah. I was left out and had an X-ray. Thankfully, nothing broken. I want to get an MRI done next year. They told me that in order to get like get nerves checked out, I have to get an MRI. And I didn't have the money at the time to do it, nor the insurance. So I went ahead and said, okay, I'll just wait. And I want to say next year I want to get that done. See what nerve damage, because I know I got nerve damage because I'm still in a lot of pain from it, and see what damage I got for it. Because I know one thing is that when I stopped selecting for the company I'm currently working for, because when I stopped selecting, I'm walking away from a lot of money, and at the time I was getting married too, so I took it so that way I could use it to take care of my family. And of course, well, we all know how that engagement went. And so next year I'm making the decision to get an MRI done, see what they could do for me, see what I gotta do. If I gotta get surgery, then I might have to go that route. If it results to it, I hope it doesn't result to it. Hopefully I can go to like physical therapy or something like that. Hopefully I do. So and if it results to that, hopefully I'll go with that route, and I can go back to doing that, because that's a lot of money I'm walking away from. But I do say one thing: if I am going to be leaving the company, I would like to go back to selecting for at least a little while, make some money there, and then do that route. And yeah. I mean, it's just nothing hard or anything. So it was nothing hard. It was just a decision that that I was forced to do. I was forced to retire March last year. Um, the decision was made after 6 months of selecting. I was injured for about, I want to say, let's see, it was July. I want to say about 8-9 months. Injured about 8-9 months before I decided to. Yeah, it was a decision that I just didn't want to make, but it's no big deal. Okay, we seem to be doing all right here. Sweet. All right. Mm, all right. But yeah, so yeah, so if I do come back into a regular extent, so here's what I'm kind of wanting to do. I want to explore. I do want to explore other games like single player let's plays, like Major Holic let's plays, like we did, Left 4 Dead. So Major Holic let's plays is basically a series of a variety of games that I'd be playing. So dedicated to that game. So I got other games enlisted for, especially older titles too, since the current ones ain't really doing me favors, or doing anybody favors rather. I'd like to go play Jedi Fallen Order. I like to play Ghost Recon Wildlands. I like to play some of the Call of Duty campaigns on there. I like to do the Division, Watch Dogs. I like to do a lot of things like that, especially older titles like the Last Generation and such. And because, sure, I mean, despite us really not being fond with them at the time, I mean, at least they are better than what we got currently. Because currently what we have are either rehashes, reboots, stuff that isn't really quite original. It's not quite original. Sure, I mean, games at that point wasn't great either, but at least they give originality a shot for the most part. As for top fives, which that's been doing well for our channel, I'd like to go back to giving that a shot. I'd like to go back and give that a shot. They seem to be doing good. I'd like to. I got a variety of lists I want to do, as long as I can stick to it. I'd like to do best maps and the worst best maps and best wonder weapons. I like to do that. I'd like to do that. I got a lot of other things on the list. I mean, I'd like to go through. I mean, of course, I mean, this did mean I had to go through the snippets like top 5 to get some ideas. I also has a few originals in there too, but it's mostly the same stuff that basically everybody else does. But yeah, I mean, what else could you really come about? And no, Black Ops 4 is not going to be summed up for all those lists. I mean, I will have its own dedicated videos of what I like about it, what I don't like about it. But, you know, matter of fact, I guess this is another thing we can discuss about, is when Black Ops 4 came out, I was excited for the game. Despite, given how much I loved Black Ops 3. Given how much I loved Black Ops 3 at the time, I was fun to play Black Ops 4. I even bought the Season Pass pre-order. I mean, but I was glad I didn't get conned to the $130 version, which is basically everything that the Deluxe Edition is, but with extra COD points. But that's basically what it is. But when it came out, it was in a horrendous state. I don't know why they got. I don't know if it was because of the early month release, or I don't know if it's because of early month release, or also factored in with the development of Zombies Chronicles. I don't know what the reason is, but it was in a bad shape. It was in a bad state. In fact, not factoring in the original perks, that's also a big no-no right there. Now, they did give a reason saying that they tried to factor those in and they didn't work out well. I guess it's because of HUD reasons, but I mean, I'll have to look back at the old statement. But however, I find that very BS, because you spent all this time developing the other perks, so you think it would have factored the same way here. You'd think it would have factored the same way here, but I wasn't buying it. Especially since they said that we never planned